always believed that success leaves subtle clues. And I gotta tell you, it's not true. They're blindingly obvious, but most of us fail to follow them. We've done amazing research on the wealthy, people with $1 million, all the way up to the super rich, people with over 500 million. There are clear patterns. Successful people do what unsuccessful people aren't willing to do.
It is about decision making.
They seem to get better results than most other people. It's the way their lives are arranged, the way they're going to be able to achieve the goals they want.
Willing to pay for a set of services that will kind of bring them to a new level.
The single family office.
Well, most of us don't have $250 million. So what are the opportunities? Well, the big opportunity that with today's technology and access to these experts is a virtual family office.
The beauty of a virtual family office is that it brings to many, many more people what's only been available to super wealthy families. What is that? That is a collaboration of professional advocates working on your behalf with the highest of sophistication, expertise, but also with the ease and convenience that only incredibly wealthy families have had afforded to them in years past.
Each of us is where we are today, no matter what personal wealth we've built up. And if you imagine over the next 3 years, there's 4 possible futures that I want to walk you through. Let's start at the bottom. You know, if we don't take any action and we just let the world unfold, we miss so much. Are you doing everything today that you need to reduce your taxes? Do you have your estate plans in order? Are you protecting your assets? We're saying we're building wealth, we've got a business, we've got an executive position. We'll get to this amazing life of significance down the road. Down the road doesn't happen. You know, we're so busy in life. We call this a financial mess. Let's say that we do a little bit of planning though. So often I see the mistake of having too much in one area, whether it's a business or an investment, something goes wrong. Where we had financial security, we now have financial insecurity. What we want you to do is have financial security, and you're reasonably diversified and you're beginning to accumulate wealth. You can end up a few years out with financial security, but to me, that's not enough. See, I want you to have your own optimal financial world.
You can make all the money in the world, and if you're not happy, you're not wealthy. How do you get clarity about how to be happy? Now, money makes happy a little easier, oftentimes, and an optimal financial life means that you can apply the resources you have to do the things that bring value to you and happiness, which ultimately often, and most of the time, creates value in the world, spiritual, philanthropic, with your friends, with your neighbors, and with the people that work with you.
Family offices really took off in the 19th century when some of the wealthiest families, such as the Rockefellers and Carnegies and so forth, decided that they're going to get results that they need and want. They're going to get the type of solutions that really fit them. And the best way to do that is to have, in effect, their own people going out to find these answers and provide them. What really took off more recently, technology, some very clever and sophisticated professionals have come up with ways to provide that kind of expertise to a broader audience, where you don't have to have hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars.
The virtual family office, and that is exactly what it is virtual. You don't have the employees in one location. There's not per se an office that the family has to support, but they have access to individuals over the web and virtually at any time.
Outside experts are handpicked, carefully chosen, extremely well vetted, and understand how to work as a team to deliver the best results to the client.
From the standpoint of a tax person, a virtual family office stands for the equation that it is something that you do with the client, not to a client. So it's not about preparing a tax return. It's not about trying to reduce somebody's taxes. Really, it's about trying to understand the person, the family, their relationships, what's important to them, what scares them, what keeps them up at night. And then wrapping around a coat of planning and compliance that fits them. The term one size fits one has been said a lot lately, but it really is meaningful in the virtual family office concept, because unless you understand the people, the family, it's hard to know what to tell people.
Think of it as a spoke in a wheel. The family and maybe the investment advisor or the key advisor that's suggesting the VFO is at the center of this thing. The lawyer, the insurance agent, the CPA, the other professionals that are involved in the process are sort of outside rotating around that hub.
What you want to do is have a team. Mistake so many of us make is we ask people, do you know someone? And what we find is we go out and get one person and all the advice is siloed. You want to have a personal CFO, a financial advisor, accountant, or attorney acting as the general manager of the team. And they're going to come in and do what's called a stress test. They're going to take a look at where you are now, where you want to go, and what are the gaps.
At that point, we go through and we try to understand all the businesses they have, all the insurance they've purchased, and then all of the different risks that they think they have in their business.
And we'll put together an option of restructuring to a more cost-effective portfolio for the client.
And it's not geographic. With technology the way it is and our comfort going online to communicate, it becomes very easy to be able to work with specialists all over the world. And our virtual family office is the one finding and helping coordinate as well as screening those professionals.
A lot of people come into this relationship with a show me attitude. What happens afterwards? It's so much fun. The power of the collaboration, of the joining together of a bunch of professionals to bring the best, most sophisticated, and most understanding services to that client blows clients' minds. One exciting thing about the concept of virtual family office is the opportunity to be part of a team. When I was a kid, I was a lousy athlete. I was always picked last, never felt part of the team. Now as an accountant, as a tax person, as a financial service professional, I've learned to be a great collaborator. And the relationship with a team of other advisors that make huge impacts on the life of a client is exciting and wonderful for me. The real satisfaction for us in the relationships is making a difference.